Hello adventurers, it's your man Zero here, your favorite hero. Guys, I've stepped away a little bit from Sword of Convallaria. I'm now playing Black Beacon. So far this game is fantastic. It was released just a few days ago and I want to go through the reroll process with you. So let's hop in. First things first, you want to actually start a brand new account. You want to actually select guest account because otherwise you're going to end up linking into a Facebook or Google account, and that's not what you want to do when you're doing a reroll process. So first things first, you want to download all your resources. All right, now that that's all done, we're going to be connecting to the actual game and going through the actual introduction. There is luckily a skip mechanics, but you can't skip all the way to like being able to do pulls. It does take approximately 15 minutes to go through the entire process. I am going to show you how to do that step by step here. So do hold tight. If this is content that you're enjoying, please do like, sub, and subscribe. And hopefully you guys like this game. I personally think that it's fantastic. There's two different kind of like aspect ratio reviews in this game. So I think it's quite solid. So you'll notice that in the top left corner there's a skip button. There it is again. So you're going to click those. Basically, the first time you go through, make sure you are going to listen a little bit to the content and understand what this world is about. This is basically about the Tower of Babel / the Library of Babel, kind of like the a take on the Library of Alexandria kind of deal. And basically like time through all of time or whatever this tower has existed and been built up over eons, and you in the actual tower, time is kind of warped, and so you kind of jump around in time. It's pretty interesting. So let's hop in here. Now we got our seer. You can actually select, you can write your own name or whatever. You can change your name later on in the game, so you don't have to do it there. You're not locked into that specific name. So there are two views. You got top down and you got free view. These are just the two different angles that you have access to. So I am just going to click on normal definition just for the sake of this video. So let's hop in and click continue. Okay, we're going to jump through this again. You got to click and then you click the skip button. Here you're actually going to be, it teaches you how to use your control. As you can see, I'm playing it on my computer through the Google Play Beta client. Honestly, not my preference. I would much rather play this through mobile or on a controller, but for some reason, this game doesn't have controller support. So it's a little bit disappointing. Hopefully you can map it and stuff like that, but I'm not sure how. That maybe that's something I'll figure out in the future. So we just waited a little bit. Now this icon shows up, and basically we got to just go to it until we actually can, there it is. There's that button, the little magnifying glass. It's going to go through a little bit of here, and then you can see kind of the screen kind of going all weird, right? And these are some of the characters that we can get. This is actually a 5-star character, and so is this. This is, the character art is actually quite nice, actually. The character designs. There was a little bit of like changes between it and the initial release, like in Asia, in the South Asia market. And that's okay. These things happen, but the character designs overall are still very, very similar. So this tower is kind of like really, really messing with us. We're the new kind of, they call it a seer. Basically, we are able to control the library to make it do whatever we need it to do. All right. So it's just messing with you. And then you're going to fall down into the massive pit. First, you're going to have like this kind of like mental breakdown here. Okay. You can't skip this part, unfortunately. Right, and then you kind of like fall, you're getting like dizzy. You'll notice that you are a female in this game. So this, you can actually skip here. Well, you should have been, and it jumps through. And then this, you can skip. This, you can skip. Here is just an introduction to the battle abilities here. So you can see here, main attack. Then it's going to tell you, oh, this is how you actually use your secondary skills. So secondary skill, attack, secondary skill, attack. Good, clear that. And skill. Nice. Overall, very cool gameplay mechanics, very easy to use, very intuitive. Skip. Can't skip this part, but you gotta watch her kind of fly away with this bird. The little bird is like one of the kind of like a main character, kind of like your support character, and in the actual story itself. It just tells you some information. You'll be able to see it a little bit later. Can't skip this part, but this is an introduction to the next character here. These are both 4-star characters. Shamash and Zero. Zero is kind of like our main kind of focus girl. She's actually pretty solid, really good 4-star character, and you can build her through going through like the achievements and stuff like that when you start playing the game, so you can actually unlock her to like her full potential pretty fast. And then this is Shamash, but we'll skip this. And it's going to take us into another battle sequence. This one tells you, it teaches you exactly how to like change between characters. Right, so then there's a different attack kind of methodology. He's got like shield, he's got like a grapple, and then you can switch. So you can switch between two. There's also like a mechanic where you can switch between the two at a specific time. Like when the person lights up, you guys probably experienced that. That's what like Wuwa has, Genshin Impact has. Basically, you can jump to the next character and they do like an introduction skill. And then there's ultimate skills as well. So here, I'll just use it because why not, right? There you go. That looks cool. Boom. Shakalaka. Nice. Now we're going to actually see what... Oh, there. Let's take that guy out. Now we're going to see what our first kind of boss looks like. So I'm just going to skip this. You can see him. This part right here you can't skip, so you get a little bit of a view of him. All right, there he is. Very cool design for the enemy. All right, and then here you can actually... yeah, there you go. So you got like kind of dodge mechanics. Right, and then here, just going to go like this. And then I'm going to switch over because I like this character a lot more than Shamash. And then dodge. Ooh, I hit space, but space is attack. Oh, no. Okay, so you get caught in here. It just takes away half your health. No big deal. Yeah, that's what pain feels like for sure. Oh, yeah, I hit space again. Okay, here we're going to switch over here, and then bam. Just kind of try to take it out. Perfect. And now that that's done, you can skip this next scene. Okay. There's that little bird dancing there. So funny looking. Skip. Nay, still better than Paimon, am I alright? Okay. Alright, now this is another scene. This is another very interesting character. Very good character if you get this character. She has some pretty cool mechanics here. I'll show you what they look like. Elemental anomaly, right? Because there are elemental types and stuff. So you can click this skill, and then you can dodge into it, and then you can click it again, and then dodge into it, right? And then attack, 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 and then you can actually control where that goes. Yeah. Okay, and then this actually teaches you another kind of game attribute. This is kind of like the break. So you would have experienced this in Withering Waves, right? You got the little circle, and if you do like a heavy attack, it will break it, and therefore he stuns, right? All right. Like I said, I usually play on the controller, or not on the controller, but on my phone. Definitely my suggestion. Okay, can't skip this scene. This is an I can't remember what they call it. It's basically they would call it like the Eye of Ra, or like a fake sun, or whatever. I'm not gonna spoil it for you guys, but it's a very interesting piece of technology that is ancient and maybe even outside of our world. It's a possibility. Okay, and then I skip this scene. Yep. There's a little time jump kind of thing. All right, so now we're in our main menu here. There's Chip, 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 Chip. This is the bird. This is like our Paimon, but way less annoying. Now I'm going to click a whole bunch just to get through this, so please be patient. There's a lot of things that this Anchirp actually tells us, which I am just going to speed through. Okay, and then now what we have to do is we actually have to go through these fights. So you got to complete 4 different kind of scenes in order to get to the summoning area, or have that summoning function. So let's hop in. We get 2 characters. One of them is going to be Zero, and one of them is going to be Shamash. So we're going to put in Zero here, and Shamash, and we're going to continue. In this game, you can pull on characters, and you can pull on weapons. So it's got dual gotcha. The pity system is actually quite good at 70 pulls for like I think it's a guarantee. And the rates themselves in terms is like 70-30, so 70% chance that you will get the character that you want. And I think when you hit the full pity, it's like 100% guarantee that you get that character. So we can skip this scene. Skip this scene. All right, here's another battle. This one's actually pretty fast. The big boss battle was probably like the biggest one that we have for a little while here, at least for the experience. So I'm going to skip this. I'm going to skip all these cutscenes so that way you guys aren't spoiled on any of this stuff. Basically, the library is trying to talk to you, tell you some stuff. I'm not going to tell you what it's trying to tell you. You're going to have to find that out by playing. Okay. Close, and I'm going to keep going. Ah, dang, couldn't skip it. So here you go. Okay, got some more fighting.
No need to feel sorry for them. They're merely byproducts that the library has not fully digested.
Okay, there you go. Really cool attacks from Zero. Big fan, especially because we share a name, don't we, Zero? Right. Okay. So there's our treasure chest. Some maps have treasure chests, not all. It does tell you when you're selecting your selecting the map you're going to be going into if there's a treasure chest in it for you to get. Okay, going to the next scene here. So now we're in the second one. See, it's pretty fast, and you can see here completed 1 of 1 for the treasure chests. Going to continue into 2. Plowing through it, guys. Skip this scene. Whatever, you can select whichever one. She says the same thing no matter what.
The laws of physics in the library do not work the same as in reality. Let's keep moving.
There's a burst combo, sure. Basically in the top right corner there, you can see kind of like a little kind of bar. Yeah, and so it fills up, and then you can use this like special ability, which allows you to use different skills repeatedly, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool function. And then I got my ultimate unlocked as well. You can see that here with the R button. And I'm just going to use it just so you guys see it. Because it'll refill anyway. And that just gets refilled by you doing basic attacks. See, it's already refilled. It's already half, right? And you see the little T that's like showing up? That actually is like kind of like an ultimate, but more like a team-based ultimate. I'm just saving it. Why? I have no idea why I'm saving it. I'm just saying. Okay, so I'm going to skip this scene right here. Now, there's a mechanic here that I can't control on keyboard and mouse. I have no idea how to actually convert the screen here. So I'm going to skip this, and it'll show you. There's this like kind of like pinch and zoom, which change view. Okay, that's great. But like, how do I do it on computer? There is no clear indicator here about how to actually change this on your PC, right? This is a specifically mobile kind of control. And so this is the kind of stuff that I'm talking about. This game definitely needs to adjust in order for it to work properly. And in this scene, it's kind of beneficial to have being able to see, because basically what you're trying to do is you're trying to find paths that like make sense. They're not like warped. So this one, see how it looks really good? And like some of these are like not so good. They're all kind of like messy. Like see how this one's all messy? You would have been able to see that better from that other perspective, right? This one's all messy. See how this one's like kind of like angled? And this one's all kinds of messed up. You can't even see it because of the angle. But the one we actually came in out of, that's actually like the best. So I'm going to go back. So you can see the second evacuation process has been completed properly. Oh man, I almost went back. That would have been brutal. If you fail it, it means that you have to basically redo it, right? So it means you get like a battle and you have to do the battle. See, these are all warped. So that means that, well, going from not seeing the other ones all done, I'm going to say this one is probably the one that we need to go to. All right. Couldn't see it, but we figured it out through process of analysis. Yeah, Eris, which is that other character you saw with the red hair. I can skip this little piece of conversation. And then we go in through here. Okay, now we're on to 3. Making good time, guys. this is definitely now the time to do the re-rolling process and actually get your characters all set up. And the reason why is because the rewards for basically early adoption expire tomorrow. So make sure that you're doing it today so that way you can benefit from all of that. You can actually skip through this whole entire scene just by just running by. It's easier to do it from this perspective than the other perspective. That's okay. And then here I'm just gonna just take these guys out because we need to in order to move on. So there we go, and I'll move on. Actually, before we do that, I'm just gonna show you guys really quickly. There are some objects here like this. It's an orb that like pushes you away. You have to freeze this object in order for you to get by it. So there are going to be like 2 treasure chests in like the next map, right? Next map. It's actually just the same map, just a next step in the story. And you will need this right here, this what I'm going to be getting right now, which is kind of like an amulet that does like time freeze in order to get by those sections. So keep that in mind. You are able to get those treasure chests using that ability. So here we can magnifying glass on this object. We get this Cosmos amulet, which allows us to do time freeze and freezes the object that is in the orb. Right, and then that's how you actually get by those sections. It took me a little bit of time to be like, hey, what is this? How do I do this part? And that's how. So you can see I am taking a little bit of damage, and that's okay. Right, and now we're done 4 or 3, and now we can go into 4, which is our last kind of section here. Nice little elevator. There's some cool game mechanics in terms of like puzzles and stuff like that that I've experienced as I've been playing. I've been playing it since the day 1 launch, which is just a few days ago, and I've been loving it. It's been a really good game. Another library talking to you moment. You can just skip it. All right, and then just run down this hill or the stairwell. Awesome. Okay, and then running into here, there's going to be Ares, basically Ares, right? Like the god of war, right? And then just going in here and just taking these guys out.
No, not me. It is the seer who wants to meet you.
Okay, just taking these guys out. I'm not using my freeze because I want to use it for the next kind of little battle here. You can hear me clicking away. There it is. I'm going to freeze it. Then I'm going to use this skill. And with this character, Zero, her attack, the like special, actually increases your damage out. So she's actually like a great support character. So definitely useful to build her in. It's nice that we get copies. We can skip this. And now we are done the story arc for up to the point of being pulling. So you can come here. And it's going to make you just do a few things. It's going to make you like upgrade your character just so you know. It's going to make you do your initial pull, that kind of stuff. So let's hop in, go take you to character. Make sure you click 0, hit develop. This is how you upgrade your characters, right? You upgrade your character by putting in material and then upgrading. It raises their level. And then you can go to weapons. Again, weapons can be, you get them through regular summons as well. So you don't really get like, purple characters. It's very similar to Withering Waves in that sense. Where you actually you get weapons at the same time as getting your characters, right? So let's hop out here. We're done that now. Now it's going to make you want to do an initial retrieval. So I'm going to click on it. I'm going to click retrieval. This one's for free. This one will always be a purple character and some weapons. All right. It will never be gold. I've never seen it be gold, and I've done probably around 25 different pulls now. It will always be Asti. Asti is a healer, so really good character to have. She can heal you. All right. Fantastic. So that's a little like material that you can exchange for summons and for other kind of building materials for characters. Now here you actually have the option of kind of hitting invite, and basically you retrieve like one of these characters after you've done 30 pulls. This is like our introduction banner. So we're very good. And basically who you want to focus on is going to be either Ares or Nana. Those are the 2 main 5-star S+ tier characters, and very relatively easy to use. I actually really like Logos, but that said, let's not click that right now, because what you want to do is you want to do your invite. So we're going to click back. It's going to make you click on Esta. Yeah, you can just escape out, and then it's going to show you what the store looks like. Gift pack. There's a daily pack and stuff like that you can get, which gives you some materials and some character relationship building tokens, which actually is what you utilize to get different outfits for characters, which is actually really, really nice that it allows you to do that. So there's some check-in stuff. This is for 23 days, so you're going to be able to get all 7 days worth. Now we're going to go and hit mailbox, and this is what I'm talking about. See, it says expires in 1 day, so you make sure that you go and collect these. It's important that you do. You get this character no matter what, and you get an outfit right here. This one right here, this is for 0, so you can change her outfit immediately. Now that said, you go back to retrieval. Now you got your summons. So you got 24 summons here, and you got 10 summons here. So first off, start off with doing this one. Those are different kind of summon tokens. There's gold tokens and blue, or rather keys. And let's see if we get the character. No, it's purple. So we didn't get the limited character on this account. You got a decent amount of purple characters though. That's nice. And they're all different. Very cool. And there's weapons, as you can see. Now we can actually go and hit Mortal Wandering. And we can do our 24 pulls here. And then hopefully you get more than 1 gold character, right? Hopefully this one, oh, that one isn't gold. That's okay. Get a purple one. Ah, Asti, very nice. It's nice to get more enhancements of her because you get more heals. Now let's finish this off. And then hopefully you get another gold here. No, purple. So as you can see, this account would be a bust because we didn't get more than just the guaranteed character here that we can pick. So we can select any of these units, you click on them, and you hit invite, and you get that character. So that's how you actually get your guarantee. After that initial 30, you actually have 300 for the custom characters for the selector, and then it's a guarantee every 70 pulls. So that, and there's a high rate. Again, 70% there's a chance that you get a character that you want, and or not. So in this case, guarantee counts, but this one is like a selector, right? So here it's random. It could be any one of these. It could be any of these characters. But once you get 300, then you can actually select the one you want. And when it comes to like this one is actually gold tokens. Same idea. This one you actually select what character you want. In this case, let's just say you want to find Nana. And then once you do, 70 pulls, you get that character guaranteed. 100% guarantee. So that's another introduction banner that you can do. It's 24 days. It takes a long time. But I would say that if you have not gotten the limited character here and at least 1 extra character from this Mortal Selector or Mortal Wanderings, then I would say it's a bust, and you redo the account. So you can hit home, click on Seer, and then you click on the escape button. And because it is a guest account, it automatically logs you in, and then it's thrown into the gutter, and then you can restart from the very beginning. And that is how you do the reroll process in Black Beacon. So on top of all of that, now you see exactly what the whole process is. I do want to point out a few things. When you get characters, you can actually do their tutorials, which give you an additional summon. So that's something that you want to do at the beginning in order to get more summons and hopefully get yourself another 5-star character. And when you start the game, when you're in the settings menu, you can actually go and hit an account and redeem codes. And there are 2 codes that you need to be aware of that you can actually get right now. So the 2 codes here, let me just pull it up on my screen here. And these are the 2 codes that we have that were given to us. So you got Welcome to Babel, and you have Seek the Truth. So make sure you're taking advantage of putting these codes in, and it gives you an additional summon and some other materials. And there's another coupon, which is TFBB0410. So I'm going to put that in on my side, and you should too, because if you manage to do all your dailies, your login day 1, and this, you get another lost 30 keys. That's insane. 30 more pulls just because of the issues that they were having with Google. So phenomenal as of April 11th, 2025, from now on until the 14th. So you have a few days to take advantage of it. Make sure you do. Make sure you're putting this code in. It is going to be massive. And that's it for this video, guys. Take care of yourselves. Be well. See you guys on the next one.